You know, the weirdest part wasn't the bullet to the head. It was the feeling of a cold draft, like my skull was a leaky window. I reached up, and sure enough, there was a hole right where my brain used to be. Just a second ago, a hitman put me down. Now I'm here, naked, on a slab in a morgue. I've been in this game a long time. I'm a second eye in command, a made man. But this was a first. I sat up, utterly confused, just as the morgue doctor walked in. The sight of a corpse sitting up must have been too much for him. He gagged, threw up, and hit the floor. I grabbed his phone, used his greasy fingerprint to unlock it, and dialed my wife. I figured I'd let her know I was okay, still breathing. Except a man answered. My mind went blank. My death was one thing, but my wife moving on this fast? That's just insulting. A cold rage filled me. The pieces fell into place. The two of them were in on it. I woke the doctor with a slap, warned him to keep his mouth shut, and went home to settle the score. I locked my wife in the bathroom and went straight for the guy. A few punches in, and she's out of the bathroom, yelling and attacking me. I stood there, frozen, and yelled, "What are you doing? That hurts." I grabbed an Iron Toad statue off the shelf, ready to end this. But then she did something that stopped me cold. She pulled a knife and stabbed me, to protect him. Just to make sure. The guy adds a second stab as I crawl away, bleeding out onto the floor. They threw my body into a field like a piece of trash. And just my luck, I woke up again. My head still hurt, but the wound was gone. I was in a field, under a cold, starry sky. What was I? I had no idea, and I had to find out. I went back to the morgue. The doctor, Jack, was there. He thought I was some sort of medical marvel, a potential social media sensation. I told him he was nuts. My kind of miracle gets you locked up in a lab, sliced up by some capitalist who wants to sell my skin. I convinced him to help me. I had a stash of cash hidden away, money from my old crew. We drove out to the spot. I stayed in the car. It was better if I didn't get involved. But when Jack didn't come out, I knew something was wrong. I grabbed a ski mask and went in. I ran into two of my crew guys on their way out. I handled them easily. But when I got inside, the cash was gone. They had it. I grabbed their phones and drove off. It wasn't long before their deaths were on the news. The phone rang. I picked up. The guy on the other end was watching the news, probably wondering why his crew wasn't answering. The voice was instantly recognizable. It was the third eye in command, my own brother from the gang.